Hi everyone, my name's Emma, and today I'm going to show you my partnership visa application to get permanent residency in Australia. So my partner is Australian and I am American. So I've been in Australia for about 3.5 years on a student visa, and now we are applying for a partnership visa. Basically, the first thing I want to say is don't be overwhelmed by how much there is to do. I only found one video explaining it, which is why I'm making a video now, because it's pretty time consuming and it can seem overwhelming at times. So I thought I would make a video because I thought that was really helpful for me. So hopefully that can help you. So seriously, don't stress out. It's going to look like a lot, but it's, if I can do it, you can. So it's totally feasible. Don't freak out. But basically, I am ready to send the application. So this is the box that it's going in. It looks like a lot because it is a lot, but don't. Calm down. When I first found out how much there was to do, I totally freaked out, and my partner had to be like, don't get cold feet, because I was just saying, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. Anyways, the way I first started it was I got a big binder, and for the binder I got all these little section filing things, and so basically there are 8 different sections, and every time I found a document that was part of that section, I would just put it in the binder. And then once I got closer to finishing it, I started putting stuff in the box. But start with a binder. It's just easy because you can just throw stuff in there. That's what I found easiest, is just as far as organization. Okay, so now with the box, just to show you kind of the contents, I bought little clear files like this. So each section goes in a little clear folder, so that way, when whoever gets the application gets it, it's really clear for them and hopefully makes them happy, because you don't really want to end up with a moody person getting your application. So the first folder is just a quick cover letter. So the cover letter should not be more than 2 pages long, which is pretty difficult when you've had, we've been in a relationship for 3.5 years. It's really hard to put your relationship into 2 pages, but kind of just cut to the chase. How did you meet? Why you're great together? What you intend to do in Australia? That kind of thing. So kind of sell your story, I think. Okay, I'm saying all this. I haven't sent it yet, and I haven't got the visa yet, so this is just what I got from the research. So hopefully I'm right. This is as much guidance as I can give. So yeah, just a 2-page cover letter, basically saying this is how we met, this is why we're great together, this is our plans for the future. Always make it a we, because obviously you want to emphasize that you see a future together. And then after that is just a table of contents. So that as well is 2 pages. Looks like a lot. Yeah, it looks like a lot. It's a fair bit. So table of contents. So that's basically just, file 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just the extensions. So that's your first little file. So that doesn't really count as file 1, obviously, but it's just a nice little thing. Little extra thing so that, the contents obviously makes it easier for the person to navigate, and the cover letter is just an extra thing that you should just add. Also, one thing really important, post-it notes. Post-it notes saved my life during this process, because for every file that there was something missing, post-it note, tap it on. Every single file has a post-it note, just so that every time I open the box, I make a list. Okay, I need to do this, I need to do this. Post-it notes. They don't cost much money. They're already spending a lot on the visa. May as well spend a bit more on post-it notes. Okay, so also these Real handy, just for navigation, just to make it easier for the person who's reading it. So first file is forms. So these forms are all found online. So if you even just Google the name of the forms, you will find them really quite easily. The first form is called Partner Visa Onshore Temporary Application Document Checklist. So they actually provide you with a checklist for the visa application so that you can make sure once you're ready to send it out that you've ticked everything off, which is practical. Even if you provide more stuff than what's just on the checklist, you need to make sure that everything on the checklist is ticked off, because obviously that's the most important to them. That's the stuff that actually matters. The extra stuff is just to make your case even more, I was going to say believable, but believable is not the word. Exciting. I don't know what the word is, but the checklist, super important. Make sure that you've got everything ticked off, because that's what they want to see. Then Form 47SP, so that's for the applicant, so for me to fill out. It's a pretty big form. There are things that you need to remember, like where you've traveled in the last 10 years and that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's super important. It's one of the major forms, so make sure you've got that one in there. So that's Form 47SP, and it's called Application for Migration to Australia by a Partner. And then the third one is Form 40SP, and so that's for the sponsor to fill out, so the Australian partner. That one is called Form 40SP, Sponsorship for a Partner to Migrate to Australia. So if you Google that, you'll find it. Second file is called Statutory Declarations. One thing that you're going to need to remember is that once you've done everything for the visa, you need to get everything certified by a person who can certify documents. So you can go to a police station. We're lucky that we know a lawyer, so he volunteered to do that for us. But there's a whole list. If you type in Google, like who can certify documents or something, you'll find a list, and you'll most likely know somebody who does one of the things in the list. So statutory declarations. First is the Forms 888, so Forms 888, which are statutory declaration by supporting witness in relation to a partner or prospective marriage visa application. They ask you for at least 2 witnesses to fill out these forms. So these forms are also online. If you just Google Form 888 witness form, you will find them. There will be the first link there. Basically, you need to get at least 2 witnesses, at least 2 Australian witnesses, sorry. We got 5 Australian witnesses and 2 American, which are my parents. So they did a separate one. And then my partner's dad, mom, his dad's partner, and then 2 friends. So as many as you possibly can. Those will have to be certified as well. So basically when you ask your friend or family member to do that, just make sure that you specify that they'll probably have to go to a police station or something to get it certified. So that's that. And then we've got Statutory Declaration Partner Visa Applicant. So that's just me, obviously. And you just have to fill out some information, super easy. And then Statutory Declaration Partner Visa Sponsor. So that's obviously my partner. Super easy as well. And then there's another statutory declaration. So you can find all that online very, very easily. Just remember that all of this stuff needs to be certified. If you send it off and it's not certified, you'll have to redo it all. So just keep that in mind, because that would be such a bummer. Next file is Personal Documents of Applicant. Oh, for every file, I've put a table of contents as well. I don't think I mentioned that. So every file starts with a contents page so that it's easy to navigate. Okay, so the first one is Form 80, which is Personal Particulars for Assessment, including Character Assessment. I don't even remember what this is. This was such a long time ago. It's just like employment and all this stuff. It's just like a character assessment. Quite easy to fill out. Then a certified copy of passports, or passports. I've got 2 passports. Any type of ID, just put it in there. Just photocopy it and get it certified. So I've got obviously student ID, driver's license, all that stuff. Just Anything that shows your identity, just put it in there. Certified copy of family book, birth certificate, police records. So if you're from America or, you know, wherever, you have to supply your police record from the place that you're from. And then also, if you've been living in Australia, I think it's for more than a year, you have to supply an Australian police record as well. So those two, updated CV. I don't know why, but just do it. Recent invoices to make sure that you're obviously, you know, making a living and able to afford living in Australia. Proof of health check. So basically, when you apply for this, you're going to have to go get a health assessment. That's about $350, I think. And they do a full health check, like top to bottom, in and out. Basically, when you do that, you're not going to get like a certificate or anything. You're just going to go on your IME account. If you haven't set it up yet, do that, because you're going to need to set an IME account up. And then you'll directly have like a receipt on there, so you can just print that out. And then a recent photo of applicant. So just go to the post office, get some photos done, and pop them in there. Next, personal documents of sponsor. Certified copy of passport and driver's license. Recent photo, so that's the same, going to the post office and getting your photo taken. Updated CV, certified copy of birth certificate, and recent invoice. Also police check in there. I think we started with that because that was the easiest. This one is a big boy. This is a big file. This is the financial aspects. Basically, this one is meant to show that over the last year at least, you have to prove that you've been buying stuff for each other and for yourself as a couple. So you have to print out bank statements from the start of your relationship, and then from there go through the entire thing and highlight. So this is quite time consuming. It's actually quite fun because you know, brings back memories and stuff, but yeah, it's time consuming. But like, you know, easy to do in front of a TV show or whatever. You know, I think we watched a lot of How I Met Your Mother while we were doing this. So this one has a little declaration. So it's similar to the cover letter, but much shorter, basically saying, this is what's inside. Highlighted are the items which we've bought for each other and for ourselves as a couple. So it's basically all like my bank account, his bank account, and then our joint bank account. So that one's pretty crazy, but you can do it. Don't give up. Next one is nature of household. So that's basically just if you're living together, confirmation emails of like household purchases, anything that you've bought for your house or apartment or whatever. And you've got email confirmations, pop that in there. So like we've bought homewares and a fridge and all that stuff. So we've just put all that in there. And then proof of address. Actually, I'm about to put this in here. If you're not paying electricity bills and internet and all that as a couple, call your electricity companies and ask for them to add the second person onto the bill, so that way when the bill comes, it'll be for both of you. So that's what we did. We called our electricity company and asked, can you add my partner to the bill? And then the next bill we got, it just said both our names there. So that's just nature of household. Much smaller document than the previous one, and really easy. Next one is social context of relationship. So basically this one is a bit tedious as well. So you have to get photos of you and your partner since the start of your relationship. I read on multiple blogs and sites that it's good to have a photo a month since the start of your relationship. So we've done that. If you don't have a photo a month since the start of your relationship, don't worry. Just put as many as you can. Then I put in screenshots of our Facebook mutual friends. Then photos of us together with friends. So the first one was just us together, and then the second one is us with only groups of friends. And then things like chats, like Facebook chats with family members, like each other's family members. It sounds a bit invasive. Just do it. If you don't have anything to hide, just print it all off. And then the last one is nature of commitment. So for this one, we actually got a relationship certificate, then relationship maintenance while apart. So they ask you to prove that you maintain your relationship while apart, which is a bit difficult to prove. But I basically just wrote a few paragraphs saying how we maintain our relationship when we're not together. So when I've gone back home for Christmas and that kind of stuff, how we keep in touch. So obviously we FaceTime a lot, we text every day, call each other at least once a day, that kind of stuff. And then screenshots of Facebook friendships since the start of a little relationship. So that's like 4 years of... Anyways, it's all worth it, guys. Then screenshot of Facebook chat since the start of the relationship. So that is actually insane because that's 4 years of chat on Facebook. My advice would be keep everything. If you have an extensive Facebook chat, chances are the person reading it is not going to be reading the whole entire thing. And I actually read on many blogs that they encourage, I don't know if encourage is the word, but they like, it's not like either because that's creepy, they like to see sexting because it proves that you've got a sexual intimate relationship, which is a bit messed up, but whatever. If it can keep us together, who cares, right? It's a bit weird, but on to the next. Screenshots of Instagram feeds. I don't know why that's in nature of commitment, you know. Oh, he posted loads of photos of me on Instagram. He must be committed to me forever. I don't know, but it's a good one to have, apparently. Oh yeah, sorry. So screenshot of both our Instagrams. So his and mine. And that's it. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you didn't get too overwhelmed because honestly, it'll take you a few months because once you start the process, you're in it for the long haul. I mean, this thing is proof of commitment. I don't think they need anything else to see that you and your partner are willing and wanting to stay together. So good luck. You can do it. I hope I did it right, and if I didn't, I'm sorry. But yeah, good luck. It'll all be okay. And welcome to Australia. I don't know.